So guys, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 95 rated team of the season, Romelu Lukaku, to discuss. It's literally just gone 6 PM and this looks like our content for today. So let's have a look what we need to do to get this Lukaku. We first need an 84 rated squad with an Inter Milan player, and then on top of that we also need an 87 rated squad with a team of the season, team of the week or team of the week moments player and a Serie A guy as well. So doesn't actually seem overly expensive for a 95 overall team of the season, to be honest, but I have instant concerns about this Lukaku card, which we'll talk about momentarily when we discuss the stats a bit more in depth. But for now, let's get the SBCs completed and let's get this card in the club. For the first team, the Inter Milan team, we're actually going to be using a near full Bundesliga side with a Lukaku at right back just to complete the requirements. Most of these are actually untradables from, the previous week's upgrade pack. And then for the second squad, the Serie A squad, this is what we'll be submitting. I've got Koulibaly as my Serie A requirement, I've got Team of the Season Parejo as my Team of the Season requirement, and I've also got another Team of the Season card in the form of Red Foot Champs Oblak that I'm going to throw in as well, just to keep the cost of this SBC down for me. Neither of these high rated cards are ever going to play for me, unfortunately, so I may as well get some use out of them into one of these SBCs because yeah, it's made this team super cheap for me just using a bunch of 83s. And now that is done, we have a big 95 rated Team of the Season card coming into the club. Unfortunately, no dynamic image yet, but hopefully that does indeed appear soon. Now, instantly, without even looking at this guy's stats, I'm going to apply the engine chem style to him because I know from previous cards that this guy's balance isn't great, so we're definitely going to need that engine chem style. So now let's have a look at this card. How is he looking? He's looking good, to be fair. He's got some really nice stats, which we'll discuss. 4-star weak foot as well. Brilliant for a striker. Very good to see. Left-footed and medium work rates. Not so ideal, but hopefully we can get around that. We might have to put stiff forward instructions on him. Nonetheless, tallest striker, so the dribbling is definitely an instant concern, especially with the agility and balance ratings. But other than that, the dribbling column is outstanding. 99 reactions, 91 ball control, 99 in-game dribbling, and 99 composure. Like, that bottom half, that dribbling column, is amazing, like top tier. But the top half, it's really going to let him down, and that's really going to affect him in games. So, yeah, definitely interested to see how this guy dribbles in matches. In other areas, though, he looks very strong. His shooting looks immaculate for the most part. 99 attack positioning, 98 finishing, 99 shot power. In front of goal, the guy should be an absolute monster. His passing ratings are also to a very good standard. 90 short passing, 85 long passing with 87 vision. Yeah, distribution shouldn't be a problem with Lukaku either. His pace looks good. He's got good sprint speed of 99, but his acceleration, although it's decent, is nowhere near his sprint speed. So it might take him a yard or two to actually get into that max speed. So it'll be yeah, interesting to see how that plays out in matches as well. And then finally, physically, some really nice stats. 99 strength, 81 aggression, 86 stamina. Looks very good. So all in all, the card looks brilliant. It looks absolutely fantastic, apart from that agility and balance. So, yeah, that's the one thing that's just clearly holding this card back. So, let's just get in some games and let's see how badly those stats affect him in game. Because let's be honest, in FIFA 20, those are key stats. The more meta players in FIFA 20 are them smaller, more agile players. So, be interesting to see how 6'3" Lukaku does with his 71 agility and his 60 balance. But fortunately, they've been boosted a bit by the engine chem style. Anyway, let's move on into some matches and let's see how we get on. In Romelu's debut, we face a team of the season combo of Kai Havertz, Kimmich, Hakimi, and Jan Oblak. Ironic considering we just actually submitted a Red Foot Champs Oblak. Go on, Mbappe. What a little run that is. Lukaku's got through a gap. Lukaku, can he get his foot to it? Oh, just couldn't quite get the shot away there. I swear I pressed shoot a bit earlier there, but Ben Yedder and Lukaku link up. Got a chance here on the edge of the box. Ah, get away from me. Nice bit of play there. Lukaku is through, plenty of space to run into. Gonna go for that cross goal shot with the right foot, left foot, sorry, and it pings into the far corner. Great finish. And at 1-0, my opponent's decided he has had enough. So, yeah, don't really have too much to comment on. Nice opening performance for Lukaku. Didn't feel great on the ball, as expected, but took his chance when it came in this game. So let's just move on quickly. In our next matchup, we come up against this. It's a lesser impressive team than the previous one, but it's a much more meta one, which has me a bit worried because Future Stars Ikone and Inform Ben Yedder are so freaking overpowered in this game. Oh, nice. There's an opportunity. Alexis Sanchez. Can we get the ball on the inside to Lukaku? We can! And the left-footed strike ends up in the back of the net. It's quite a tame effort, actually. It was just a very accurate shot, but ends up in the back of the net, so 0 complaints from me. Nice bit of support play from the Belgian. This is a hell of a counter-attack if we can somehow make something of this. Lukaku, heavy touch, but nonetheless, we get a chance to shoot. Oh, he's hit the post. It's unfortunate. And we've scored. Don't know what my opponent's doing there, to be honest. And after that goal, my opponent has decided to quit as well. So a goal for Lukaku once more in this game. And probably should have been 2, to be honest. Was unfortunate to hit the post, but nonetheless, we will take it. Game number 4. And I don't want to play teams like this. Ben Yedder again. Ikone again. Moses Simon. Very overpowered team featuring some pretty OP players. Beast FC sounds about right. Finds the ball to Lukaku, who's taking heavy touches left, right and centre, but eventually we just go for the shot and see what happens, and unfortunately doesn't end up in the back of the net. We've switched positions with Ben Yedder. Oh, not a great pass. Oh, Lukaku, come on, you can keep the ball. I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. Lukaku, chance! Oh, he scored. Nice finish. Under a decent bit of pressure there. Opportunity. Lukaku in a bit of space. We're going to drag the ball back. Oh, I wish he had better skill moves. I wish he had a better skill move set. Like 4-star skills would have been really useful there. Nice play from Mbappe there. Finds Lukaku, who I really don't want on the wing if I'm being honest, but it is what it is. Lukaku holds up play nicely for Mbappe, who should now be able to accelerate down this edge. Here's an opportunity. Put the ball on the inside. Oh, I wanted Lukaku to get on the end of that. Wasn't to be. And at half time, the score is just 1-0. And we went on to score 2 more times in this game, and we ended up recording a 3-0 win, thanks to an early rage quit. So, yeah, another goal, another game for Lukaku. Okay, it's time for the post-game thoughts. What is my opinion on this card? It's one of them cards that have got definitely a bunch of positives about it, but it's also got a couple of notable negatives, and these notable negatives impact this card a lot, and that's why I can't give this guy too high of a rating, despite looking like an absolute beast in game. So let's just dive straight into things, shall we? First of all, his pace. He's got brilliant sprint speed, but he does not feel anywhere near as quick as his stats suggest, because he just doesn't hit that sprint speed quick enough. So, yeah, didn't feel all that quick for me in game. Definitely not saying he's slow, but, yeah, didn't also feel as quick as 94 pace on his card actually suggests. And when it comes to shooting, I really don't have any complaints. I think his left foot is amazing for finishing, and really good finesse shots, really good power shots, and also from distance he's certainly a threat as well, with his left foot anyway. His right foot is a bit inconsistent, so always try and shoot off of his left if you can, and that way you'll have plenty of success, because like I say, his left foot is very, very good. And positionally, he's also quite strong, does have medium wear rates, so doesn't push forward as much as other forwards, but his actual in-game run making I thought was very effective. So yeah, make sure you use that LB/L1 button to keep this guy running forward. How was his passing? That's another area where he's fairly strong, to be honest. Once again, comes down to always passing off his left foot, because that's his stronger foot. He's got 3-star weak foot and it will let you down, but his short and long passing I thought was decent with that left peg. Now we come on to the dribbling, the interesting part of the video. How is it? It's exactly as you'd expect. It is exactly as you'd expect when looking at the stats. That agility and balance can absolutely murder this card in some games, especially when, you know, you get bad gameplay and the game's just really slow. This card just feels horrible when turning in those situations. When you get good gameplay, it's not too bad, but you know what this game's like. It's very rare that you actually get that good gameplay. So yeah, the agility and balance really don't feel too great, and with this guy being a tall player in game and a big body type as well, he can feel very heavy in possession of the ball, and he's not obviously easy to maneuver. So for those of you who like to dribble with your forwards, I would advise giving this card a miss, because you just won't enjoy the card. So something to bear in mind. Obviously, he's pretty good for hold-up play. He's pretty strong, so he's good at that. But yeah, he's definitely not a forward which you want to be running with on regular occasions. Even with a dribbling heavy chem style, that is unfortunately not going to save this guy. I also want to mention the fact that this guy's got pretty high ball control. I didn't think his ball control was that amazing in game. Took quite a few heavy touches for me, so that's something to bear in mind. And also, he's got 99 reactions. Didn't feel that in game either. Yeah, just don't agree with couple of those stats, unfortunately. I agree with the 99 composure, because even when under pressure, this guy could pass and shoot really well off that left foot. But yeah, a couple of those stats in that dribbling column I don't really agree with. Anyway, let's move on to the physical stats. 86 stamina, I had no issues with him tiring, to be honest, which was nice for 90 minutes, but if I went into extra time, sorry, I probably would look to sub him. 99 strength, no issues there, was pretty strong in game, but didn't have the aggression of some other attackers, or that some other attackers in the game have, because he just didn't seem to fight for the ball as much as some other forwards I've used, but nonetheless does protect the ball quite well. So overall, as you can see, I've given him a decent rating, not an amazing one, but a decent one, because that's where I feel this card is in the game. Ultimately, it can be a useful card in some people's teams, but this card just doesn't fit the FIFA 20 playstyle all that well, and that's why it's a 95 rated overall card, which doesn't get a great overall rating from me. It gets a good one, but not an amazing one. 200k for this card, I don't think is a bad price, to be honest. EA know what they're doing with this SBC, and they haven't made it expensive because they know this card isn't going to be super effective in game, so that's probably why he's at the cost he is. 200k for a 95 overall team season card, I don't think can be complained about too much, but at the same time, I also don't think this card is fantastic value, because yeah, it's just not a super usable card in game. Ultimately, some people are going to really like this card, and some people are going to absolutely hate it. So guys, those are my thoughts on the 95 rated team of the season Lukaku. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have, drop a thumbs up on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new as well. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.